That's right, ladies and gentlemen. As we listen to the great song, Remember this song? Ah, man. What a great episode of South Park. We get a lot more about member berries, Mr. Garrison, and certainly Denmark. Oh. And Heidi. She's becoming quite the character. But first, our cast of characters, starting with you, Christy Olson.
Hello, everybody. My name is Christy Olson, and you guys can always keep up with me at Christy Reports.
Hey, guys. You can find me on Stephen Lemieux.
Hey, guys. I'm Jessie Zahner. You can find me online at Athletic.
There you go. Overall reactions. Anyone. Give me an adjective, just like Garrison. Adjective goes before the noun. Go.
Bouncy.
Slippery.
You totally threw me off.
Sorry.
It was funny.
I thought it was good. I thought it was
really
kind
good.
of like, aside from the Garrison storyline, it was a little bit filler episode, like in that, like on the jokes. Like, it was a lot of information, but the jokes were kind of light because it was kind of like set up. Like, the first episode was set up, and then the second episode was amazing, and then this is another setup episode.
Yeah, very much so. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. The member berries are a slow burn.
Member berries are the cause of everything.
They are. Aren't they just grapes? No.
They
Look
zoomed
closer.
in.
That's what I thought at first.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, man. Where to begin? Let's start with Garrison, only because it's so relevant. Obviously, everything that happened with Trump in terms of pussies and.
Well, a lot of people right now. A lot of people right now are saying that the only reason Trump can't win at this point is because of alienating the women vote. So that's why it's so funny that South Park's making fun of the fact that, fuck them all to death is fine. Get rid of all the immigrants. Just being a total asshole and like, man, I don't know what I'm doing up here. It's all good. But once you make fun of women, like, bottom line.
Well,
no.
they were all white, to my knowledge, in the episode. So, yeah, you know what? You can see, women are just as racist and funny.
I just thought it was funny because it really played on the fact that, like, with the whole Trump thing going on with, like, the Billy Bush tapes and everything, and everyone's like, this despicable locker room talk, blah, blah, it's not locker room talk, and, like, all these guys are, like, standing up, and, like, the same guys I see tweeting about and talking about, like, he's so despicable. It's like, motherfuckers, you talk about this shit all the time. Like, shut the fuck up. You laugh at this stuff, too. Like, so it's just kind of funny that, like, you're seeing in the audience he's talking about this and all the guys are the ones laughing.
Yeah. Well, it kind of reminds me of a member Sarcastable of like, oh, this is the greatest sport ever. Right? Oh my God, why don't we just have him play with balloons? Are you serious? Of course I'm serious. So yeah, I think it's kind of like that situation where, as a guy, you're just like, yeah, no, of course this is terrible. No guy ever talks about that.
I liked how they did it like a stand-up set, though.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Because that's what it's become at this point.
Flies landing on faces. People
fair,
talking about grabbing them by the pussy.
That was a great stand-up bit. It's better than most stand-up bits, to be honest.
Better than anything you'll see on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's like, excuse me, I hook you by the butthole. Now I'm just keeping it warm for that chick who's hotter over there. Like, Jesus Christ.
That was so good.
You betrayed us. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. I mean, it was kind of like a literal use of the Republican Party turning against Donald Trump. And that, like, everything he's done, Rudy Giuliani, everybody's just been like, we can stand behind this. But as soon as he made that grab her by the pussy mark, all the Republican Party's like, whoa. And then everyone else is just like, wait a second, you never told us you were sexist too. And then they're like backing away and they're angry at him because they thought he was the savior.
To be fair, in all honesty, who didn't think he was a sexist? Like,
come on. I mean, like, have you never seen him on TV before?
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
like, he's always acting, like, on Apprentice even, he's just...
Absolutely. No one should have been surprised that this is the way that he speaks.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm baffled most. Like, oh, this is really that big a surprise? It's really not. Absolutely. And Go ahead.
I would have thought that they would have that South Park would have done like a Billy Bush type scapegoat, made somebody that's on I was almost going to call them the panel, and his little group of advisors, that someone wasn't like a Billy Bush type who got kind of blamed for everything and ousted.
Maybe that's like a prediction.
Oh, does he think it's maybe coming up?
I don't know.
I mean,
that's a good prediction, though. I like it.
What I thought was so interesting recently in the news is just the people who have been researching Hillary's campaign behind the scenes from its inception, like 2 years ago, building up to this election. And they found that a lot of the funds early on went to supporting Donald Trump. Because, yeah, that's what's really interesting is the Hillary campaign supported Donald Trump in the early stages so he would get the Republican nomination. Because when you look at Hillary's track record of criminal activity and basically doing illegal shit, you look at Trump and you're like, well, obviously Hillary's the better choice. So it's like kind of really interesting how this election politically has played out to be like, these are our choices, but obviously you don't want to go with Mr. Garrison. So what are your other options?
I'm with her. Question mark.
Women are funny,
It's not a
Phil.
question mark, it's an arrow, Phil.
Oh, yeah. Girls are funny. Get over it.
Well, I did like in terms of the trolls. I love the fact how articulate Gerald was about how trolling really works. The fact that all you have to do is just turn people against each other just by starting it, and therein lies the comedy.
Well, let's talk about Ken Bone. You guys know who Ken Bone is, right? Or is it?
Yeah.
Is it Ken Bone? That's
Yeah.
his name?
Mm-hmm.
So Ken Bone's this red sweatshirt, average, like the most average American guy who asked a question in, I think at the last debate or one of these things, and he just became this internet meme icon overnight, where everyone's like, oh my God, I'm gonna be Ken Bone for Halloween. They had a sexy Ken Bone Halloween costume already being sold like 2 days after this.
Awesome.
Because he was the still undecided voter asking questions. And they blew this guy up to these drastic proportions, and then they found out that he had said things that were less than politically correct on a Reddit board 3 years ago, and is like at the height of them building him up, all of these people just destroyed him and ripped him back down to the ground. The same people who were just like, oh, this guy is amazing. It's funny that that's how the trolling works. You build something, you take something that people have built up, say one negative thing, and other people will attach themselves to that negative thing and bring them down, and they'll have the other people trying to bring them back up, and then they're just fighting each other, and the original person is just like sitting there like, the fuck is happening right now? Like Cartman, you can see it with Cartman. He removed himself from social media, but still everyone is like, fuck you, Cartman. Even though he hasn't done anything this episode. Everyone's fighting them. Everyone is fighting over something they thought he did. And he's completely uninvolved. It's really kind of an interesting way they've set it up.
By the way, if you ever want the best, like, you can go on like Kim Kardashian's like Instagram or anything like that, and people will just be like, it could be a picture with the baby, and they'll be like, Kim's boobs are too fat. You can't talk about Kim's boobs. Yeah, I can. She's a fucking slut. No, she's not. Just because she likes sex doesn't make her a slut.
It happens that quick. Did you see the Halloween costume of Kim?
When?
Somebody, a website started selling
yes.
Paris hotel room Kim Kardashian Halloween costume, which is just like a white nightgown with rope. Just the person like tied up.
And due to internet trolling, they were forced to shut that actual website down and
were
take
they
the
really?
costume off the website.
I bought 3
Yeah.
before
Oh, there
they
it is.
shut. There we go.
Nice. Oh my God.
The internet is
Kim.
a very interesting place. Just imagine you're that model and you get that little casting notice. Need you to model a Kim Kardashian bondage costume.
Hey, to be fair, I can imagine the resume. Modeled in Kim Kardashian look-alike campaign nationally.
Remember when nobody gave a fuck about who Kim Kardashian was?
Yeah, that was quite over. Remember Paris Hilton when we would give a fuck about her? Oh,
Still
man.
one of my
Damn.
favorite
I
episodes.
know. I love them.
Oh God, when the dog like kills itself. Paris Hilton's dog kills himself.
Oh man, that was bad. That was,
Sad but funny.
All right, back to tonight's episode. Sorry.
no, all good. So we have our trolls and
Is that Sexy Ron?
Oh, I didn't
Sexy
see that
Ken
one.
Bone.
Yeah, I didn't see that one yet.
oh,
You see, you got the mustache, the glasses, the pure exaltation of the average American.
if you're listening, you're gonna have to Google some of this, or just hop on our YouTube real fast to
It's
check out some of these
worth it.
photos.
And it's Ken Bone, not Can Bone. You're gonna find some different stuff.
All right, back to our trolls. We come up with a secret plan to go after the trolls in Denmark. And you know what? This is quite an elaborate plan. We got to have all the bandwidth we can handle.
We need to have all the bandwidth we can have.
I loved. Here's the thing. I love the buildup and all that. I wish we could have seen the full tactical. Like I love sort of war movies, and we would get to talk about the tactics. And I would have wanted to see Gerald just call it out, like, okay, no, we need more. We start using better language or whatever the hell they.
Like a montage.
Not even a montage.
Ching-a-ching long lay, ching-a-ching long.
What the hell are you even doing?
The fucking song they played during the commercial. He's like walking. And you have the weird Danish people, ching-a-ching long, ching-a-ching long.
That definitely is not Danish. I don't know Danish, but that's not Danish whatsoever.
But just, it was like an IKEA ad where like, we need you because of this. Somebody commented last week on the YouTube saying the guy's name is something Bedrager, and that's apparently Danish for betrayer. So my prediction might have been a little bit on point. We'll see.
We'll find out.
Excuse us.
Like how they wear elf hats too. Like they just have those randomly thrown about too.
Yeah, well, you know, why not?
I was trying to figure out the significance of that, but I think it was just fun.
I think it's just making fun of.
The Danish.
Yeah.
As
is tradition.
As is tradition. What do we think? Because ultimately, we'll backtrack a little bit. We'll talk about Cartman and Heidi, but it forces the Trace trolls to get offline. And I don't know what's going to happen here.
It forces the Danish to go offline.
Yeah.
And then at the end of this episode, we have the VHS tape delivered saying that Heidi has a plan. You guys go. I talked enough.
Heidi does have a plan.
I was asking you what the plan was, because I was wondering how she's going to find this out.
I don't write the show!
Yeah, you're a good predictor, so.
It's interesting to note that the Danish weren't ahead of the trolls. This is a big weakness, I feel like. You know, if we can't stay ahead of the trolls, how are we supposed to catch the damn trolls?
Like they should have seen it coming?
Yeah! Of course they were going to get trolled. Damn trolls.
I think you're right.
That's a flaw in the system.
So, like, how would Heidi use their technology to find out who the troll was? Would she just troll every single person ever?
No, I think you got to draw them out. You know, you need bait for them, and you know, basically, you need something that's going to make them want to troll you, but bring them out into actual reality.
She's not going to fight trolling with more trolling. She's smart and funny.
That's right. She has great ideas. Like, Grandma, we were at the Denny's, right? So,
Is that when you
that
remember
with
when you
the
spilled the syrup on your...
yeah, that was, oh my god, that's so cute.
Like, so amazing. Like, by the way, that's when you had the funny idea. Yeah. I was so tempted to like text Brie and be like, Brie, come in here, and not let her know anything of what was about to happen.
What I love is how, like, the fact that Cartman actually has a good relationship with somebody, and everyone's just put off by, like, what the hell is going on?
It's hard to have a good relationship when you're on social media, Phil.
Is it?
I don't know.
Have you tried it?
Well, I haven't compared. Like, I haven't gone off social media to see if it was suddenly much better. Maybe it's bad right now. I don't even know.
Well, you're missing out, bro. You're missing out. That's all you got to say.
If you guys have a relationship off of social media, let us know how it is by mailing us
A video.
a handwritten
Record
letter.
yourself on VHS tape.
We do have 17328, number 333, Ventura Boulevard, Encino, California, 91316. That's our P.O. box, baby. don't go there because that's not where the studio is.
17328 Ventura Boulevard, P.O. Box 333, Encino, California 91316.
I didn't know we had one of those. Now I can ask people to send me presents.
There you go. Now you know.
Dick pics.
Yay!
All the people who don't use social media can now send Christy dick pics, as is tradition.
Finally.
That's
Finally.
So let's talk about the kids at school. Butters has still got his wiener out.
That's the fucking best.
She's
How
gonna
do they
beat
put
him
this
up.
on
He's out and
TV?
proud.
How does this get passed on air?
Oh, I never thought about that.
Because they're technically over 18 now. 20 seasons in, Phil.
I mean, we got Full Frontal.
I mean, they've put much worse stuff on this show before.
Is this one of those
Are they?
they're just gonna pay for it?
I don't know. I don't
You
know
pay
how
for
it
that?
works.
I don't feel like child nudity should be the same as the F word.
Yeah, I have no clue how this works.
I don't either.
I mean, is it because there's no hair on the balls? Like, because, and I'm being serious. Like, there is a whole thing. Like, if you don't, maybe it's the balls.
Maybe the censorship department measured the yaw and it didn't add up to specifications to be blurred.
To be fair, remember Medicinal Fried Chicken? They had balls and they had big hairy balls, but they were big. So, maybe if you show tiny balls and big balls, you're okay. But normal balls is not okay.
Well, if there's anything we've learned from HBO is that you're not allowed to show hard dick, only flaccid dick.
Got it.
Yeah, so I think that's probably where it is.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Westworld and Game of Thrones and every other HBO show for teaching us that.
Oh my goodness.
So the kids have a bake sale because she's so
Danish
cool.
is for Denmark.
This is the best idea. You're so funny.
Is it a good plan?
I mean, it's a little obvi, the whole Danish is for Denmark thing. They could have been more creative.
They look like sticky buns
They
versus
look
Danishes.
Pretty delicious.
Yeah, but because they're sticky buns and not Danishes.
Phil, you're like really serious about your pastries right now.
I fucking what is the literal definition of Danish? Zach, look up the literal definition of Danish. I need to know this because to me they were sticky buns, not Danishes.
Oh, I just thought of a way that they could find out who the trolls are.
How's that?
They make Mr. Garrison so unlikable that the only people who would post positive things about Mr. Garrison would be the trolls trying to incite it.
Okay.
That could be because they really haven't trolled about that yet, have they?
They haven't gotten really into the election, but if you have the women already hate him, everyone already wants to kill him. So, and what were the trolls' plans? You take something and you say one statement and then people fight back and then they fight back. You need to have that one statement, and whoever would talk positively about Mr. Garrison had to be a troll.
Well, to be fair, he has the right to free speech. And you know what? Every guy deserves to have a vagina.
Fuck them all
If
to
they're
death.
straight.
Buckle up, buckaroo!
Caitlyn Jenner, I love it. She just doesn't even
She's just there. How do you think she's going to fit into this, too?
Wait, is that a commentary about her current actual state in pop culture and her life?
Maybe.
Like
Yes.
she's kind
What
of
if we got-
disappeared into oblivion?
Yeah. What
The
do we
show
gotta
was
do?
canceled?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what if the way to out the trolls is to make Caitlyn Jenner the candidate, and whoever says it's a guy is they consider a troll? Whoever doesn't say she's stunning and brave.
She is stunning and brave.
You're right. I was hypothetical, Phil.
Oh, okay.
Hypothetical. Yeah.
Got it. You scared me.
Remember when Caitlyn Jenner ran over that woman, but in real life?
So, a Danish pastry,
A Dan-ish pastry.
a pastry made of sweetened yeast dough with toppings or fillings such as fruit, nuts, or cheese.
Okay, that is way too vague. So the topping can be inside or on top, and it can have all kinds of crap.
So a
Sweet crap,
cinnamon bun
cheesy
can be a
crap.
Danish?
Yeah.
I
It just has
guess.
some thing in the middle.
Look at that
of it, I guess.
variety.
It's
Yeah.
like a square can be a rectangle, but a rectangle can be a square? This is just, God damn.
What are adjectives again?
All right, so there we go. If you're watching, we have pictures of Danishes.
All right, so then we
Can't
get...
believe you didn't have that already prepared, Zach.
So Mr. Garrison goes into the Member Berries Anonymous meeting, and this is the most sobering. When you watch South Park, sometimes you know that they're talking directly to you. Mm-hmm. And this is one of those moments, but I like how they did the swerve at the end of it where Randy's just like, look, in life, things are moving so quickly, and a lot of people, it's scary for them. So we just try to hold on to the things that we grew up with loving, like Star Wars and remakes and all sorts of things and blah, blah. But it's scary. But eventually you have to realize that moving forward is the only way, even though those things you love are now part of the past. You'll never get them back. And that's why they're remaking Star Wars, and we all have to come together and agree that Episode 7 wasn't that good.
I do like the fact that they finally called out Star Wars. The fact, because the member berries were so Star Wars referential that it was starting to get slightly annoying with that. And so I'm glad that this is all J.J. Abrams' fault.
Well, yeah, but we still don't know why with the Star Wars and the J.J. Abrams, right?
Make Star Wars great again.
Yeah, but why?
Because, okay, there is a trend among these. There's some of these directors like, oh, I love this. Like, even with Magnificent Seven. Oh, I love this movie growing up, you know, so I want to add my own take on it. No one needs your fucking take on it. Just fucking do something different.
Can we remake Schindler's List?
And call it what?
Schindler's List. Just remake it. We can star A-list actors. You can remake it. It's going to be great.
Great. Add in Ben Affleck. We're in.
There you go.
God damn it.
Coming hot off the steps of The Accountant. I'm sure he's rearing for some new good stuff.
Well, he's got his movie coming out soon. But yeah, The Accountant.
I mean, it really does feel like that, though. Like, they take it's video games are having it, too. Like, look at Assassin's Creed. It's a reskin. Look at Call of Duty. It's a reskin of another game. You got all these games that they're just releasing consistently the same game that looks a little different in different situations involved for full price. And people are spending tons and tons of millions and millions of dollars on it. Star Wars Episode 7 was that exact thing. It is A New Hope to a T with different characters and slightly different situations and a new skin. But if you try to vaguely describe what Episode 7 is to me, you're going to be...
Spoiler, Han Solo dies in fucking Force Awakens.
Oh my God, no.
That's so different.
It's really different.
Really different.
What a curveball.
Oh my God.
So what are they saying here, though? Like, what is he saying to Garrison at this point?
He's basically describing the fall of Rome. The fall of Rome was when everyone was so complacent and life was so easy that nobody gave a shit at improving it. They were just happy with where it was. They stunted growth moving forward.
Well, like, what is he saying about this election? Like, I guess what's Randy saying about the election and how member bear?
I think that we're a joke, and that eventually, like, Japan or China is going to overtake all of us.
Yeah, but are they saying Hillary's a joke, or are they saying Trump is, or?
They're saying they're both a joke. I mean, they're saying, like, you can look at both candidates and say that you like them for different reasons, but when you really base those reasons on your conscience, you're like, why do you like Hillary? You like Hillary because you really liked Bill Clinton and you like the Clinton name and you go forward and you're like, oh, she's a politician with all this experience. But then you really think about it and you're like, is it really the greatest idea to elect a corrupt politician with all this corruption and experience? No, it's not. You should have chosen somebody like Bernie or somebody who actually had new ideas moving forward so we can advance. But then you look at Trump and you could say the same thing. This is somebody who's bringing up times for predominantly white America that is... Remember when there weren't so many Mexicans? Remember when it wasn't so hard to get a job? Remember when your kids didn't live with you till you were 25 because they couldn't find jobs?
They took our jobs!
Yeah, but I mean, you see, like, these are the things he's saying. These are the things that subconsciously people are thinking, remember that? Yeah, I do remember that. Like, if it could go back to that way, yeah, if Trump's going to make it that way, I like it. Oh, Hillary's going to make it this way again. Back when Bill was president, we didn't have all these problems. She's going to bring it back to when that was happening. Like, we had, like, every time, like, even during Bush, like, everyone was, like, 8 years of Bush, people were like, remember when we had a Democrat in office? We want that again. And now we're 8 years of Obama, and all the Republicans are like, remember when we had a Republican in office? We want that again. Nobody just thinks, how do we fix this fucking country and move forward? Nobody is thinking about that as the basis for their vote or for the basis of where we can go in the future. Everyone is thinking of the past and trying to hold on to those good feelings they had that were in the past 20, 30, 40 years of their life instead of saying, all right, that stuff was good. Let's move on to better stuff. Because if we were actually thinking that, Elon Musk would be our fucking president. I mean, let's be fair. Like if Republicans are going to say we want Trump because he's a businessman, and Democrats are going to say we want Hillary because she cares about the environment. Elon Musk is the fucking guy who is a businessman and cares about the environment and cares about science, and that's the person who I'd be like, hell yeah, let's elect that guy. So, I mean, I know we can't, but that's just kind of the thing, is like, that's what South Park's getting at here. It's like everyone's so caught up in their feelings of the past that nobody's actually actively looking at how do we move forward.
You know what the shitty part is? I do think, like, eventually there's going to have to be a foreign president for the United States. Because it's going to be someone that respects America so much and appreciates of what it actually used to represent.
That the immigrants are the ones who do.
Yeah.
Like, the people who have the American dream are no longer the Americans. Because life is so easy for natural born and bred Americans now.
I was literally just talking about that yesterday. It's like when we have soccer coaches from other countries because they're just better at soccer than we are, and I'm like, that's what we're gonna have to do for president. So what is their solution at this point?
That's why you see all these college students who hate America, is because they've grown up in privilege and they feel like it's their fault because the college professors have taught them that it's their fault because of some, they call it the patriarchy, they call it the white privilege, whatever they want to call it. But it's basically because they haven't had true hardships. They don't know how good they've got it, so they have to find some outlet to try to help people. But then you have all these immigrants who are coming over here who are coming from these war-torn countries. They're coming from places where you literally can't find jobs. They're coming from Greece, where their economy is to the point where you, even if you have a job, you're working for free because you can't do anything. It's kind of like a barter system now over there for most of the population. You're like, everyone here is so complacent in their lives that they don't really understand how good they have it on a world scale. Meanwhile, they complain about the world because they try to hold everyone to the same values and standards as America. It's like everyone looks at China, they're like, the Yulin Dog Festival is terrible, blah, blah, blah. Like, they're killing dogs over there. It's like, yeah, they are. It's fucked up because I'm American and I think that's fucked up. But over there, they don't think it's fucked up. They think, shit, we got an excess amount of these animals and they taste good, so let's have a festival and eat them. Like, it's, people don't understand that there's different cultures in the world, but then as soon as you try to adopt other cultures, they're so quick to jump on you and call you racist or call you misappropriation. Rant over.
All right, well, I think we've covered everything and then some. I think we've still yet to solve world's problems, but we can try. We can certainly try.
One wiener out at a time.
That's right. Without
I'm
further
there for
ado,
you, Yulin dogs.
let's
Yeah, I am too. Just saying. It's like weird shit over there is not weird to them over there.
Yeah.
To be fair, okay, we have the weirdest messages, right? We'll get into predictions in one moment. This is a half a rant. 4 out of 5 commercials are like, one in every 6 out of 10 kids all across America are starving. And then you have another commercial. 5 out of 10 kids in America are fucking overweight. Which one is it?
If only we could feed them to each other.
Fucking fat kid, you stop eating so much, and fucking skinny kid, you eat some of the food that, like, what are we doing? Why do we have this
Solving
problem?
world problems here. See?
That's right.
We need this.
Oh, man. All right.
A nickel a day.
Predictions. Oh, man, we're going to get so much hate on this week.
Vote
You know
Phil
what?
for president.
It's actually really fun now to look through the comments on these after shows, because now that we just tell our fans to tell us to go fuck ourselves, I don't know if the comments are from people who actually watch the show and know that we asked them to tell us to go fuck ourselves, or if they're just telling us fuck you. So, like, I just assume everyone's a fan at this point.
Dude, I've never been fucked more in my life.
Never.
Never.
Remember when you
Where's
were
predictions?
Zach's using the mouse to select things on the soundboard.
Your AFTERBUZZ TV.
How is that is inefficient, Zach?
Remember when we had shitty engineers? Before we had great engineers? Oh, man. Okay.
Engineers.
All right. Let's, what are we predicting here?
It can't be smooth sailing for Cartman and Heidi for their entire rest of the season.
No, they're going to break up by the end.
For
I want to
sure.
see Satan.
Okay.
I could get down with Satan.
You want to see Saddam, too, while we're at it?
I don't think we'll do Saddam, but I'd like to see Satan. And I think we should get, oh my God, what if Heidi calls in Edward Snowden? Maybe that's her plan, is to get
that
Snowden.
would be interesting.
We have to find the guy who can leak the trolls' information.
That'd be interesting. I haven't seen that movie, but
Well,
Well,
it's fun.
it's kind of based on real events, Phil.
yes, I understand that too. But I'm just saying, I think it would, they could make fun of that too.
Or she's getting Cartman and she's gonna put Cartman back on social media
Yeah.
because Cartman
That
is
could
the best
definitely be
troll
it.
ever.
Yeah. And then that could lead.
And that could lead
Their
to them breaking
relationship,
up because
yeah.
she sees the true side of Cartman.
No. Oh, you might
See,
be
I
right
knew
on
you
that
would
one.
come up with it. That's why I was asking.
That could have been good. I think it could go that way, yeah. As great as Gerald is, I think Cartman's better.
Yeah, I don't think you can beat him.
No.
We're going to give Cartman.
Remember the midget tried to beat him and like, ha! What are you gonna do? Break me with your small feet and hands? Sticks and stones will never hurt me.
Oh, real quick, 2 things. Just imagine Cartman in control of Troll Trace, having the information from everyone on the world.
Yeah.
That's something that would be like, maybe this was his game plan from the beginning. And the other thing is, I loved it when the guy was like, people called me a little person, but my mom had dwarfism, but my dad was a giant, and she thought that if she had sex and had a kid with the giant, he'd turn out to be an average person. And Randy's just like fucking losing it.
He can't help himself.
All right, that's all I got.
Anything else from you guys?
Garrison's going to get a new spray tan. That's all.
Well, it washed off.
He's going to get a new one.
You gotta get a new one.
Was this the first time they actually showed us the new teacher?
Probably.
Yeah, I
She's
think
just at the
so,
desk
yeah.
like, you can go now, you can go now, I'm back, you can go now.
Oh, was she teaching about mammals? I love that.
No, it was Heidi was doing a
yeah.
presentation on trolls and
Yeah, but in the background it was about mammals.
Oh, probably.
So I was more interested in that than what she had to say, 'cause she wasn't that funny.
Aww.
Sorry.
The ball was
love
blank.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, where can the people find you, starting with Christy Olson?
Hey everybody, I would love it if you would hit me up at Christy Reports on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Hey, give us some iTunes reviews, leave your name and comment, and tell us to fuck ourselves. At Stephen Lemieux.
And you can find me online at Athletchick.
And follow us here at AfterBuzz TV, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Troll us there. Let us know what your favorite topic to troll is. I'm sure right now it's definitely the debates. That's my guess. Anyway, we'll see you next time for another great edition of the South Park After Show, because South Park is amazing, and therefore the After Show must be amazing. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.